G'day, guys. Little bit of a shitty start to the morning. Haven't blown up an account, but not far off. So this one has very, very little leeway. I got $600 left of downside on that account. So yeah, it's not been great. I've just missed a couple both directions. I thought here we were going to get a continuation down. It broke this key level here. And then I was like, cool, righto, we're going to bounce up to the upside. It faked me out and then came back down. Now it looks like it doesn't want to go back down. Yeah, just a lot of indecision in how it's going. I slept, so I didn't get this initial move. I don't know that I would have even taken it, even with just a qualifying account. Maybe something here, that down run and then that rejection, that could have been an entry. It would have been a nice little run. It's on the cues, so there was a little bit of I don't know, man. I don't know. Just not a brilliant morning. Losing on this account too. Oh, hold on, that's not the. This is the other one. I got $4,000 left on that, so I'm 2.5 down from the start. Going short on the ES. Oh, I haven't actually got into this trade because the levels didn't hit, but this is actually really nice little 5-minute movement across. My levels were just a little bit higher, and I'm just fucking not entering, to be honest. So I've only got the one trade on at the moment, but this account's in a bit of trouble. Absolutely. If we can get this gap fill, though, if this comes, which, I mean, it bloody should. It's into it now. So if this can fill down to there, then I'm going to save my account, even with just 9 contracts. We got to see how that goes. But on the 30, we're like really getting into that. We're bloody close. I just need it to crack down, get a nice one, and then I'll have a really, really good trade to the upside. That's what I'm shooting for. Oh. But yeah, pretty, I don't know, for me, not great. You can look at this and be like, oh yeah, what are you talking about? That's a great little rejection, which it was, and maybe I just got in too early. This candle was nice. So if you entered 20 minutes ago using that as your stop loss, that was probably a nice play to the downside. But for me, like that week consolidation, I was like, cool, we're probably going to go up. This is a bottom. Just hasn't worked. So fuck ups on my part. But my options are doing well. So let's go have a look at this one, which is the one that I'm actually going to make money on. I think I told you guys yesterday, like this sort of 2100 level on the Russell. This is coming into a bit of nice little resistance now. I'm a bit fucking tired, eh? I've been playing blackjack because I'm learning basic strategy and counting cards. And I'm just sort of practicing how to do that. I had a small loss yesterday. It's, man, too many people on the table. My counting's not very good. I'm still learning how to do it. But the idea being just getting in the frame set of, okay, probabilities. Think in terms of probabilities. And if you do that over a long enough period of time, you win. So that's basically what I'm doing. I don't know if we're going to get a bleed. If we do, again, there's just some really good entries long. I've got, so that bear spread that I had, I think I'm up about $600 on that now. Maybe 550. So that's good. That's nice. And that covers all my fuck ups. So if I just sold that, I'm like, okay, cool. All my fuck ups from yesterday this week, I'm ahead. But yeah, man, not an enormous amount going on right now. Just sort of waiting to see. Am I in this trade or am I on the AS? I think I'm on the AS. Yeah, just waiting to see if this follows through, which if it does, it'll be great. It'll be a really, really nice little trade for me. I'm just looking on my, so I've got a few charts on the screen just to sort of track it, but that gap fill is definitely a potential. You just got to see if it's going to fucking fake you out again. Like, yeah, this thing just seems to want to keep faking out. There's a massive gap. Like, it's massive. It would probably get this account back to pretty close to even. Would be a brilliant trade. It's a short stop loss. It's pretty much the max limit I've got for this account. But I can't. It's sort of my last trade. Like, if it doesn't work, it fucking doesn't work. It would have been nice to be in here. I'd be up probably close to the trailing stop loss would be about where it should be. But there could be another entry under this bit if you get a nice rejection and down. You just need a different formation. Like I said, if you're playing this with your own money, I would not be touching these things to the downside. The Russell is the only one that I would, which I have, and that's moved nicely. But so one of the things I'm gonna, let me see if I can jump over to Twitter for you guys. I'll paint a picture, right? I probably don't need to jump over to Twitter or any of that, but I am getting more consistently point where I really am thinking that the top is, and I mean, it's always fucking dangerous to call this shit. Like, it might be in. It just might be in. And we might start to really get downside. Reason why I would say that, and I'm not betting short at the moment, but I'm very, very conscious of it. Volume trading has been down for a while. There's not been massive volume on these markets. The other thing is you're getting mass hysteria on a few fronts. Hold on. We don't want that. Whoa. So by mass hysteria, I mean people YOLOing their shit into like daddy coin. You know, that stupid crap that Andrew Tate's pumping. And it just doesn't make sense. Oh, this is actually moving nicely now. We might get this gap fill. VIX is popping. I hope it keeps going. Let's go back over to the 30-minute chart here. This could have just been a bit of flag consolidation. But yeah, that basically an engulfer got me out of it, which is annoying. But anyway, we'll see how this trade goes. We're in a good position. I will look to adjust my stop. And hopefully we just get follow through. So hysteria, what I mean there is you've got this roaring kitty shit that's just come out. These are real clear signs of the top. If you think about the Bitcoin top, even the market top previously, you had Super Bowl, you had all these celebrities on ads, buy Bitcoin, UFC giving 50,000 US Bitcoin bonus. And I remember Volkanovski got one of those. And he said, oh, okay, cool, sweet, it's 50 grand. I'll just transfer it back into dollars and boom, which is what most people would do. But that's this like hysteria thing when everyone's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Like, I have to get in. Every day you've got new all-time highs in the Qs and the SPY, and you've got the Russell that is not breaking these levels. And for me, that's a much more accurate indication of the real economy. It's also not crashing, right? But if you've got these singular stocks that are the only ones holding up the SPY and the Qs. Nothing else is holding them up. And it's like if they weren't there, that it would be massively down. To me, man, I don't know, bro. It's just very, very potentially toppy. And you've got Russia parking their nuke boat in Cuba. No one seems to want to talk about that. I would have thought that would send markets into a fucking tailspin. To have real world events like that not have an impact on markets, I think is a pretty strong indication of insanity. Pretty solid hysteria. So what have I got? Another 20 points on that. Yeah, I won't get this back to even, but it'll be 1.5. So I'll have about $2,000 to play with after this, which gives me breathing room. And there'll be hopefully a good upside play. So I don't know, man. To me, there's things that are pointing out that tops could definitely be in. I would not be betting on that at the moment. That is not how I'm playing this. But things to think about, things to be aware of, and maybe just be a little cautious on how you're looking to trade these things. So yeah, that's just some of my thoughts on that. What I'm possibly seeing. That's the sell point. It's buy 9. So yeah, it'll be about $1,200 on this trade because I just went small size because I can't go much more because I've nearly blown the account. And I'm really trying to fucking save this. I'm almost back to the $1,000 trailing stop loss level, which would be great. IWM's still going down, which is really good. You probably got $1.50 until I expect a bounce on that. So we're into good levels. And if it goes down that far, I'll probably get out of my options and just take the cash because I should be pretty close to that 80% mark that I wanted. And that's just take profits, man. See ya. A little bit of a bounce back now. We'll see how it checks off this basing level, and if we get that down, it should be quite a nice continuation, or this will just be a fuck out and it'll kill people. We shall see. Just adjusting my gap level. On the SPY, 537 is your gap. So there's 3 points, which translate to about 30 points on the ES. So 580. Oh no, 510. Yeah, it's about there. So I'm going 87 as my target. About 5-1 if it happens. So we will see. But I think everyone's starting to see the numbers that are being presented are just complete bullshit. Reality's sort of coming in. There was something coming, like the jobs, more people filing for unemployment than previously. I don't know. I have been thinking this for a very long time, and I've been consistently wrong, which is why I don't like shorting. It's when I'm shorting, like now, doing it in small volume. When I think there's a bounce to go long, I go a lot harder because the trend is up. So go with the trend. So you got to be, I don't know, man. You got to fucking work that out. I'm going to end this because this trade is just fucking boring and taking ages, but it's going to take a while. So I don't know. See how you guys go. Try and keep it green. If you're doing your dollar cost averaging in and out, go for it. It doesn't really matter for me at this point because it's basically an all-in trade on this account. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Back to a really interesting level now. Sort of want a rejection there. We'll see how we go. Anyways, I'm going to go. I've got some other things to do, watch, and I'm going to keep practicing counting cards and keep going with the blackjack too. But IWM downside has been nice, and that's the one where my money as such has actually gone in, and that will fund all my fuck ups this week and a little bit more, which is good. So it's just finding ways to do that while you're learning. Keep yourself above water, hedge yourself and your own nature, your own fuck ups, and don't do what I did and start with 100 grand and burn it. Just don't do that. Don't do that. Be patient. I might short this fucking Russell actually, because that's coming back in, and I prefer that short to the others. But it's losing momentum, and you're getting a bit of a wedge that might actually pop up, which is that'll be an indication of a reversal to play upside. We'll wait. All right. See you on the next one, guys.